Hey guys. No, not you guys. My kids are like, what? They're sleeping. Well, they're supposed to be sleeping. They're not sleeping, really. Okay. Plugging in. Sorry. All right. We're going to give it some time here. Basically, time that I can figure stuff out. It's 9:02. This is my favorite training. I love this training. I love talking about getting organized. We are in a different room of the house. Ignore our bare walls here. It's happening. Yay. For those of you on this call who don't know, Brad and I, it was always our goal, as we're doing, hi babe, I was just telling them what our goal is. It's always been our goal to, I guess, not always, well, yeah, it's always been our goal to travel, and I'm telling people, Brad, it's always been our goal to travel, and we are very fortunate that because of Pink Zebra, we have been able to up our goal by 10 years. We are going to be full-time RVing across the United States for the next year or two or more, who knows. But don't panic. That's the great thing about this job is that, we have people all over the United States, so we can... we're going to hopefully meet some teammates that maybe we haven't seen in person. We're going to visit other Pink Zebra families. Hi, guys. And get Pink Zebra out and about and amongst other people where it's not very popular right now. So we're super excited because we're getting to spend so much time together as a family. We're going to work the business together as a family, even with our children and our two puppies, who aren't puppies. They're 3 or 4 and 13. So Olive's an old lady. Hup, hup. But that's why our walls looks like this, because we're in the process of taking all of our photos down and getting things ready to fix and then sell our house. So if you know anybody who's looking to live in the Cannon-McMillan School District, in a beautiful house that has been completely gutted down to the bare floors and the bare walls, and then the new boards were put in, and we will be, hey Heather, we will be putting our house up in March. So yay for us. We're so excited. But all right. Feeling still a little blah right now. For those of you that don't know, when you become an executive manager or higher, when you become an executive manager, we'll start there. You get all these amazing perks with Pink Zebra, including a 2% mentoring bonus on your entire team sales. And, I remember Jim and April telling me, like, oh, it's life-changing, it's life-changing. And I thought, oh my gosh, that's so cliche. Like, okay, it's life-changing. Like, I get it, it's awesome. I'm so excited I want it to happen, but life-changing? I mean, come on. But you would be surprised, or maybe you wouldn't, what an extra $1,000 a month in your paycheck can mean. So, EM, I mean, all of our, as you work your way up, you're going to see all these amazing positive things about each layer, each of the career plan. Hey, Bill. But EM, one of the added perks is that you get invited to Houston at Christmas, well, around Christmas, it was this past weekend, for a fundraiser. Tom and Kelly Gaines host a fundraiser at their house. Well, they won't be hosting it at their house again. It's just getting too big. There's like 100+ people there. At least, I mean, I'm sure there was more than that, but there was way more alcohol than that. So anyways, you get invited. It's a casino night. There's a buy-in. You get to gamble. You earn chips and tokens or whatever. And I'm not very good at it. Brad just kept handing me tokens. And then you cash them in, and then you get tickets that you can put in for different prizes. They had $5,000 in prizes. One of the prizes was backstage passes to Toby Keith. There was like a $1,500 diamond prize. There were cameras, gift cards, $200 gift cards, 100. There was another like $800 something. I don't know, because a lot of the stuff was in Texas. but I put in for those gift cards, but I don't win anything. So anyways, it's for Batten's disease, which one of Tom's college roommates' children have. It is a degenerative disease, and there is no cure. It's not very well known, which I guess is good in a way, but our gym teacher at Still Rocks had 2 kids that did have Batten's disease, and his oldest son died when he was 12. So it was definitely a cause. I don't know why you're crying. Stop crying. It's my dog, Gino. He's crying because he wants all the wooden blocks to eat. You're not eating any wooden blocks. Look, tell people you want. I just want some wooden blocks. Okay, all right, we are going to get started, I promise. But the whole thing is they do a theme every year, and this year was pirates, and they decorate their house. I mean, it's amazing how thematic it was. And then food, appetizers, and tons of alcohol. I mean, they thought of everything. It was unseasonably cold that time, Saturday night. They had blankets for everybody. Yeah, I know, right, Gino? Gino, please, you're bothering people. Come over here. You want to be in the video? Oh, he's always got that resting sad face. So it was a blast, but the whole moral of that story is that we flew Southwest because we have free tickets. Like, that's why we went, because we got screwed in July for Vegas. So we decided to use the freebies to go and go to the party. We were up until, we didn't get back to the room until like 4:30. And then we got up about 7:30, 8 o'clock, and then went to the airport and flew into Chicago Midway Airport, which made me want to throw up as soon as we got there. That was where we were stuck for a really long time in Vegas. And go figure, we got stuck there again. They continued to delay our flights. And finally, this really nice guy next to us was like, are you guys going to Pittsburgh? Because there's another flight leaving for Pittsburgh at 9:50. We were supposed to leave at 7:30. And he's like, they're still opening. So we ran down and we got on that flight. We were so thankful because when we landed in Pittsburgh, we had found that the flight that we were still on was still in Chicago. Actually, they weren't in Chicago. They were in St. Louis. So boo Southwest, although we'll probably still fly again with you because bags are free. Boo Chicago Midway Airport. You don't have enough seats for all the people that you have at your airport. Like, nobody wants to lay on the ground of a dirty airport. So, with that being said, let's get started on organizing your business. I'm going to pretend that I'm very organized. Well, if you saw my house right now, I'm not. But I do have a system, and my systems that I use, I've gotten from people like Belinda Ellsworth and Mary Christensen and Julie Ann Jones, direct sales gurus. But then I got a lot from different Pink Zebra people who are, some of us are really good at doing parties, and some of us are really amazing at Facebook parties, and some of us are really, really amazing at follow-ups. So don't be afraid to find those people and ask them, how do you do this? Ask them, how do you keep your follow-ups in line? How are you keeping track of those? So, we didn't get home until super late last night. And then of course we had to stay up and we watched The Walking Dead. So, we're working another 3 hours last night. I'm sort of tired and I'm dragging, so I apologize. And I'm also getting congestion. All right, so we're going to talk a little bit about organizing and pretty much going to go through. All right, babe, have fun. I love that Brad jumps on while he's at work. Okay, let me get my notes up. All right. Very frequently we hear people say that they don't have enough time, right? I don't have enough time to work this business. My favorite for a while was, oh, well, you work from home. I have a full-time job while I'm doing this. And guess what? When I started Pink Zebra, I had a full-time job, and I was a teacher in the ghetto. And on top of that, I worked 20 hours a week doing after school. We call it homebound. That was for the kids that were either pregnant or got in trouble or whatever it might be. They weren't allowed in school. And I did that for 20 hours a week. I think 10 of it was in the home and then 10, outside the home. And then I also did Pink Zebra on the weekends. So I did that for 2.5 years while I was a mother of two, and a wife of one. I always like that one. Wife of one, mom of two. And I managed to still have, as much of a life as you can as a parent. But, when I wanted to take Pink Zebra to the next level, I did realize that I had to start making some sacrifices. So I always love hearing I don't have enough time, and then I get 50 Candy Crush invites from somebody, or bragging about the hours of binge watching Netflix. I do that too. So it's okay because I can put Netflix on in the background and I'll do work while I'm sitting there listening to maybe some Fuller House, which totally got a bad review today, and I was very upset about that. But or 9 seasons of One Tree Hill. Danielle, you're not on here, but I know you feel me. Lindsay, I know you feel me. Or you get all these posts on Facebook about all the things and all the stuff that they've done today, and there's maybe nothing about their business, or not even just today, just ever. They don't even have Pink Zebra in the title, of their job or whatever it might be. So yes, I get it. We all work this business our own way. But there are sacrifices that you may have to make to be able to take your business to the next level. All right, so why do we organize, guys? We organize because we want to save time. And if you can save time, then you get more free time, right? Less searching around. If you're organized, you're not searching around for things. You know that, okay, this is where my follow-up sheets are. This is where all the stuff for lunches is. I mean, guys, this can go just not for your business, but like completely across all aspects of your life. I remember my Graham saying, like, Jessica, do you have to plan everything? We didn't have to do that when we were, when my kids were younger. And I'm like, okay, Graham, you were a straight up like stay-at-home mom, and you didn't leave the house, you made lunch for the kids in the neighborhood. I mean, that was all great. And that's great. That's just not who I am. Like, I want to keep busy. I like to keep doing things. So, I like to keep going. Even when I'm relaxed, I'm not relaxed. So, if you can, it helps you remember important details. You get more done. You're on time. When all these things happen, you reduce your stress. You become, you show that you're more professional. You're able to save money, and you are able to be more productive. If you can manage your time, then you can actually gain time, which is awesome. So one of the big things, my dog's over here biting his toenails. It's so loud. I can hear him. I don't know if you guys can hear him, but he is going to town on these toenails. Now, you can Google this. You can print this off anywhere. Yes, mine is backwards. This right here, and I did put it on one page of my passion planner. That is a life wheel. And the reason, this life wheel is in our training. Hey, Tiffany, I'm glad you found it. Yay! The reason we do a life wheel is because it's going to tell you what part of your life you are unorganized in. And Lindsay and I have had conversations about this many times. The whole purpose of this wheel is that you want everything. Hey, Crystal, you want all of your pie pieces to be even, okay? And they'd be even great if they were all the way to the top, right? So you look at each section of your life wheel, and again, you can Google this, you can print this out. If you want to get fancy and you have a planner that you want to draw it in, that you're going to see it every day, then please do it. Some of the categories are physical environment, your career, money, health, family and friends, significant other, personal growth and spirituality, fun and recreation. And you ask yourself, if this was the best, if physical environment was a 10, and it was perfect, where am I right now? So when I filled this out, there's one that I copied that actually has like a scale of 1 to 10 in each pie piece, so it might make it a little bit easier. But you can see for physical environment, I just wasn't feeling it. I don't even think I was halfway on this one. And, and this is where Lindsay and I were talking. It seems like sometimes if you can fix just one area, you'll see it's like a puzzle piece. You'll see the other aspects of your life that sort of start to come together. And I really picked physical environment, at least for me, and who knows what it's going to be for you guys. Hey, Amber, you know, if I could change my physical environment, if my physical environment was better, then I was going to be able to be more organized in my career, which is then going to help my career boost. And if my physical environment was where I needed to be, then, and my career was better, then boom, my money section is going to go up too. If my physical environment is together and I'm more organized, then I'm going to have more time to focus on my health. But also if my physical environment is together, then it's going to decrease my stress too, right? If my physical environment was together, then I wouldn't have to worry about cleaning and putting stuff away all the time. I mean, you know, as much as a crazy person like me cleans and puts away, but I'm so glad my husband's not on here now. To be realistic, he's the cleaner in this house, okay? Then I'd have more time for my friends and family, or my significant other. And what started happening, and my poor significant other, look at him. He's like the lowest on here, right? I was giving him, he was like getting no time. So what I started to do was schedule it, right? And you guys know that Jessica is not available on Sunday nights from 8 o'clock until Monday morning, because not only is that Walking Dead time, but that's Jessica and Brad time. You know, that's what we do. That's our weekly date night where we sit on the couch. We don't talk to each other. We just watch the Walking Dead, and then we talk about it during commercials, and then we watch Talking Dead and we talk about it, and then we snuggle. So please do not be offended if I don't answer text messages or phone calls at certain times of the day. I also have my kids scheduled in here, and again, I know that sounds sort of crazy, like, oh, why do you need to schedule your kids? But really think about it. If you are working full time and you're doing Pink Zebra and you're running your kids here and there in every which way, do you spend a lot of one-on-one time with one or, you know, both or all three of your kids or whatever it might be? I was not. I was present. I was there. I was their chauffeur, but I wasn't spending quality time with my kids. So I had to schedule that in. So the whole point of this life wheel, guys, is to figure out, what if each one of these were a 10? Where are you right now? And then I took it one step further, and I wrote in each section what I could do that would make that a 10. So in my career, I want to earn the incentive trip, or 500 people on my team, or promote to director, or get the top 50 lists in the company. You know, for money, I want to pay off, 2 of the credit cards I have. Or I want to build, you know, 5,000 in a savings account. So those are all things that I feel in my life, if I were there and those things were happening, then I would be a 10 in that section. So really, this is just a guide for what we're going to talk about on the rest of the call. So once you get these guys done, once you get a life wheel, literally guys, Google life wheel, free printable, and you'll be able to find something. You don't have to print it. If you don't have a printer, draw it. Who cares? Hang it in your kitchen, hang it on the back of your front door so you see it all the time. Put it in your planner. I don't care if you make it the cover of your planner, just so that you can see. It's just that daily reminder or that hourly reminder of, oh, okay, I really didn't want to make those calls, but if I want my career plan, or if I want my career to go up some, I'm going to need to make those follow-up calls, right? So once you figure out what your life wheel is all about, then you're going to go to your goals, and you want to break down your goals. What is your why, right? How are you going to accomplish your why? I'm really, really big on visualization. I do not have a vision board. I have a vision door. It does have a big vision board on it, which I have to update because I've accomplished a lot of those things on my vision board. So now I gotta change it up a little bit, which I'm totally not complaining about. But on that door, I have the Paisley list. I have, hey guys, Rhonda, woohoo. Gino, you're killing me, man. I can hear it. He's seriously just gnawing on his feet. What do I still have? I have the incentive points section up there. I have We Got This written real big. I have some motivational things. I have the postcard that I got from Tom and Kelly on the last couple incentive trips. I have another zebra who's not even on our team sent me a note one day that just said, I believe in you. And that's up there too. So like all these different, everything that makes me feel good, it makes me want to work. I have that so that I can see it all the time. But really, after this, because now I promise we're talking about organization, you want to talk about what we do. What do we do for our business? What do we do daily, weekly, monthly? We make samples, right? We do filing. We make packets. We hostess coach or new recruit coach. We get on social media, and I mean like for real social media, like work social media, not trolling social media. We do follow-ups. We send and check emails. We create or we take trainings. You're checking your ZebraNet. You're reading the career plan. You're reading your F&Qs, right? I mean, we have so many. Sorry, I was just having some deja vu. We have so many things that we can do for our business that sometimes people look at it and they're like, oh my God, that's crazy. That's too much stuff. So Belinda Ellsworth stresses what she calls the power hour. If you can just break things down into 15-minute increments, it does become so much easier to manage, and it's not as overwhelming. And again, this is something that can go right past work, and it can go right into just your daily living. Maybe instead of, I was an ADHD cleaner. So like I'd be like, all right, I'm gonna clean my closet out, and I take everything out of my closet, and then I'd find something that maybe belonged in the kitchen. I don't know why something in my closet would belong in the kitchen, but let's just go with that. And then I'd take it out to the kitchen and put it in the drawer and be like, this drawer is a mess. I'm just going to clean this drawer right now. And then I take everything out of that drawer, right? And my closet's still a mess. And then I'm just going to do the kitchen while I'm in here. And as I'm cleaning the kitchen, I find something that belongs on my desk. So I get downstairs and I'm like, oh, you know what? I better clean my desk. And then Brad comes home and he's like, were we robbed? Like, why is everything everywhere? And I'm like, oh, I was cleaning today. And then it becomes really overwhelming and I don't do it and he does. And then, then everybody's angry. So what I started doing was making 15-minute tasks. I can clean a bathroom in 15 minutes. Okay, so I set my alarm 15 minutes earlier than my kids get up. I clean the bathroom before I wake them up. Or clean out your sock drawer instead of everything in the bedroom. So it goes from not just your business, but your personal life too. You just want to break things down into 15-minute increments, guys, and make a list of the things that you want to do for your business. Maybe you don't have a social media page, and that's fine. You don't have to use that. But even just going through social media for maybe 15 minutes a day and just commenting, not about Pink Zebra, not just on like Pink Zebra people, but maybe challenge yourself to pick 10 different people every day to just comment on, be present on their page, because they're going to get to know you better. And then that just goes back to that building relationships. So, make sure that you're including that in things that you want to do throughout your day. So you get your list, right? You have your list of all these things that you want to do either daily, weekly, monthly, quarterly, whatever it might be. Okay. And then you schedule it. Woo, passion planner. Although I have seen a couple other planners that they're not built as nice as this. But there are a couple. One's called the High Achiever, and I was looking at that, but it has the rings on it, and I can't do that. But it is made strictly for people in the direct sales business. Okay, so if you treat your business like a business, other people will treat it like a business. I don't care if you're working it one weekend a month. I don't care if you work it just in the fall or just in the summer or you work it every day. No matter how you work this business, if you treat it like a business, other people will treat it as a business too. If you treat it like a hobby, that's how other people will treat it as well. Don't get caught up in making your planner pretty, all right? I mean, I do love my planner, okay? But let's be realistic, guys. This isn't pretty, but I needed something that told me what month was what because I was flipping through it, like crazy here. So this planner has a monthly planner, all right? Got my month going on. I do like it because I can doodle when I feel like doodling. And I do schedule planner time because it is calming for me. But in here, I like it because I can write like personal things about, getting my shit together. When was this? This was March, okay? Have a picture of my boots that I want there. Discipline, all right? It's just plan. Like that's real big right there. Plan. These are just, yes, Danielle, I did mention One Tree Hill. This is just nice because it holds me accountable. And maybe you don't need something like that, but Jessica needs something like that. I need something or someone to keep me accountable. And my someone is usually my husband calling me out on stuff when I need called out on it. And when he's not afraid I'm going to, freak out. Again, he's not on the call right now. So, and then my planner keeps me accountable for everything else. I am not a fan of the 15-minute increments, so I black them out, and I make morning, afternoon, and evening. And I've actually gone as far as I've sort of changed up how I do it to bullets, and I make my checklist every day of what I'm going to do, and then I can just check it off. Lots of fun stuff in here, guys. Lots of spaces to list other things. Like we have our family budget in here. We have our payoff plan and how, what we're going to use our money for. I have a Paisley Bound page that, I list recruits that have hit their quick start and our level 1 promotions and our top 3 levels and our sales and all of that information. It's just pages and pages of places to take notes, which is great. So if you don't have a planner, you don't need to spend, I think this is $30. It does have this sweet leather cover. This is my 3rd one. Yay! I can't wait till December's over so I can quit carrying 2 planners around. And it does come with this little strap that keeps all my other business that I keep in there, all my maps, because I carry my maps everywhere, and my incentive thing. That all stays in here nicely too. So, don't care what kind of planner you have, get a planner. They're really important. Okay? The other thing I carry around, guys, is this binder. I love my binder, and yes, I totally duct taped it with zebra duct tape. Now, my binder has several purposes. One is this calendar, right? This is just a calendar that my husband printed off for me. Yes, Danielle, I'll work on your planner when we're driving down to Tennessee. Okay, so this one is just as important as my other planner. This planner here, this month, I highlight all the days that I can host parties for my business. And when they're booked, I write booked on there. Some of them, like I'm only booked in the AM on Sunday, the 8th and the 15th. You know why? Because I'm in church. Okay? But people don't need to know that. Makes my calendar look like it's full, right? Yeah, I got church. I got parties in the morning there. But this is just an easy way, and I do have 3 months out. So I have my February and my March as well. I already have 2 parties booked in February, so excited for that. And then this is just a nice way to, when someone says they want to host a party, you can just show them this. You don't have to say, okay, what's better, weekends or weekdays? Okay, is the 3rd better or the 24th? And they're like, well, none of those are good. Okay, the 10th or the 17th. Or I can just go, oh my gosh, you want to have a party? Here's my schedule. What works best for you? That's it. So now they think that they're in control. I'm in control because I highlighted all the days that I can work. They feel like they're in control because they get to pick which day it's going to be. So that's at the beginning of my binder here. I also have just some stuff like what do you get when you sign up? All right, just some things about becoming a consultant. New recruits get their webinar, the easy peasy 2 steps in here. There's a brochure and quick starts, the incentives, all that good information's in here. And then, oh, this is a little old. Sorry, this is candy corn. Someone showed me this cookies and catalogs. So some of the printouts that I like that I haven't quite used yet, I keep these in here as well. It's just a way to keep everything together. Hey, Missy. Hey, Terry. But I think almost more as important as anything else, I keep the product. I keep the facts and the FAQs, or as I like to call them, the FNQs. I keep those in here, and I highlight what people ask me most, so that way, if there is a question that I don't know, I don't have to pick up my phone and scroll through it. I do have it right here, because you will get people ask about the soaks a lot, and I'm not always 100%. I'm not gonna lie about that. That's one of my goals for 2016 is to better know our product. But I want to, like what happens if I drink my reed diffuser? Okay, don't drink it. It tastes gross. But there is a non-aspiration hazard, meaning it's not going to coat somebody's lungs. And because that was the big scare. I mean, I don't even know if my kids were born yet, that kids were ingesting it and it was coating their lungs. And once that happens, there's nothing, they suffocate. There's nothing that the doctors can do. So there is a non-aspiration hazard. Okay, so when people ask about that, I can go somewhere in my book and I can show them, you know, I printed it right from Pink. I'm not making it up. Okay, Pink Zebra stuff's right here. And then I have my, let me find a blank one. This is my hostess list. Okay, so I do have sections for each of the next 3 months. They're just listed 1, 2, and 3. Actually, they're not listed at all. I just know that those last 3 are, you know, like right now it's December, January, February. And this is just my checklist for my hostesses. And I do believe this is in Paisley Freedom, guys. If not, I will I will try to figure out a way to upload it because I have a Chromebook and it's sort of crappy when it comes to things like that. But this is great. This keeps me organized because this tells me their address, phone number, email, party date, party location, if there's going to be a theme. So many people forget to suggest a theme. Theme parties are awesome. You would be surprised how many more people come to a Mexican fiesta party because there's going to be a nacho bar. Okay, nachos cost like $1.89 at Aldi, and then just buy like 4 different salsas for like $1.50 each. And I'm not saying you, I'm saying you can suggest this to your hostess. And boom, you have a nacho party. Nacho average Pink Zebra party, if you want to call it that. And then this list just has initial contact, when I mailed the packet, texting, calling, confirming, friending them on Facebook, creating a link, all that kind of stuff. So that's all on here. This is a great checklist. I also have one for Facebook parties. Even though sometimes I can't check it off fast enough because Facebook parties go really, really fast. So that's in here too. But I keep this with me actually all the time. My husband's like, I don't understand why you carry this binder around. I'm like, well, what if I'm out and somebody asks me something and I could be like, oh yeah, look here. So, hey, you never know, right? I actually met a girl in Kelly's closet who is interested in joining. And I can't wait. I hope she does, because when I introduce her, I'm going to be like, oh my God, we met in Kelly Gaines' closet, which is as big as my daughter's bedroom. Just put it there. So that's how I organize scheduling wise. I don't know where my bin is. I do have a bin that I take to events with me, and I had just started this past year, and it has come in super handy. Other vendors who have been at events with me, they come to me for things because they know I have it. In my event bin, I put my raffle cards, any kind of flyers. I keep tape, scissors, and I can post this, guys, Sharpies, my business cards, a stapler, nails. Yes, I use nails to tack my my cartons on, like the lid part on the front. Pins, because you don't know, you might need pins, right? Extra trifolds, extra card reader. Yeah, because I have a ton of them and I always forget them. I don't understand what's wrong with me. Pens, and an extension cord. So, extension cord could be key, guys, because you never know where your table is going to be or how far away from an outlet you're going to be. So, I keep all my event stuff separate. Yes, I have pens in there for my events, but they're not the same pens that I will take to a party with me because I don't want to have to keep digging things out and putting them somewhere else. That's how I forget things. That's what works for me. It doesn't necessarily work for everybody, but that's what works for me. So that's why I'm sharing it. I have a party on the go, parties on the go, and I believe there is a video in here somewhere or on our YouTube page, which you still have to Google Jessica Lynch Pink Zebra. I don't have enough subscribers to actually have a name yet, but I'm working on it. So parties on the go. I have a folder, and inside the folder I have some outside order forms. I put 2 catalogs in there. That's actually, I used to do 1, but people started requesting 2, so I put them in there. A fundraiser form, a ground floor trifold, a quick start trifold, joining info, directions on what they're supposed to do. Oh man, my battery's dying. Hang on, guys. Sorry for looking at the ceiling. Okay. Stay. Okay, there we go. I'm tilted. I'll just sit like this. Okay. Customer care cards and an empty jar so that people can see the size, naked reads, I put some samples. I don't put all of the samples in there. And guys, if you are new, your samples come jam-packed to the top. You can buy extra scoops in the back office. You can go to Michael's and they have little jewelry containers. They have like maybe 20 little vials in there. And I'm talking like 5 or 6 sprinkles in there, and then just label it. They don't last very long. You do have to change them out because the oil like absorbs into the plastic and it gets sort of gross. But I'm talking, you know, it might work for 3 or 4 months for you, and they're like $3. So totally jump on those if you need something for a party on the go. Business cards, if you can. Some people throw a simmer pot in there. I don't have extra simmer pots laying around all the time. A soak so they can see it, and a go card or a hang it I'll keep in there as well. I'm gonna try to flip this and see if you... All right, so these are our slides from the training we did at Reunion. So that is Beth Hanner. That's her party on the go. And hers is more of like a box, right? And then that is mine. That's my folder that I got at the dollar store. Okay, nothing crazy. All right. Now this guy right here, this is a contract, and we have had, sometimes I use a contract, I do not use a contract. And on my contract, there is a section for a credit card number. I had someone who last 4th of July wanted to have everything I would take to a party. She didn't want me to come to her house, but she was having like 100 people to her house for the 4th of July. She wanted to set stuff out and see if she could get some orders, which let's just say she didn't, but still, I listed everything that was going in that party. I was putting a simmer pot, a shade, pretty much my kit, which we know how much a kit is worth, right? It's up now, it's $280 kit. I wasn't ready to just give someone $280 worth of product, right? So I said, oh no, that's fine. I just need you to sign this contract. This is the cost of all the items. If I don't get them back, or if something comes back damaged, then I'm just gonna have to charge you. And she was like, okay. You know, I was really nervous about having that conversation, but I didn't show it. So I figured, okay, I'm a business person. This is business. Like, yes, we're happy, we're friendly, this is great. I want you to have a party. I want you to do well. I want you to get some free stuff. But in the end, this is business, and I want my stuff back. So she really didn't question at all about signing that contract. Okay. Now we're talking about home parties. This has become one of my best friends. Yay, I love report card envelopes. I don't know what else to call them. This is what we call them in school, report card envelopes. On my envelope, I'm going to flip you guys again, because when I flip you, it's not backwards. Okay, so on the report card envelope, I put their name, their address, their phone number, the party date, the date I closed the party, the subtotal, that's what the party is going to be getting rewards on, the subtotal. The total, right? That's good, total. Any bookings I got, any recruits I got, number of items sold, and I do add up all my items and I write it on the front here so that they should match what I count up on my back office. You will be surprised how many times I caught errors that way, because I, didn't have enough numbers somewhere. So yeah, and then I will go back, like if I add anything to parties, or like what the hostess wants, I'll write here, and what I actually order for them, I write here, and then if I add anything, I write it at the back too. And I did just started adding games, like if I play a game. And the reason I put that on here now is because if I play a game with Misty, and then Misty's friend books a party, I don't want to play that same game, and I don't want to show up like, oh, we're going to play this game, and then half the place go, oh, the game we played at the last party, because it just makes me sound like an idiot. So what do you take to home parties? Guys, you pretty much take your kit. That's it. You don't need to get crazy. You don't need 15 shades. You don't need a candle bar. You don't need any of that kind of stuff. You just need your kit and you. So that's it. Some people carry around a travel office. In there you might put your samples, your business cards, pretty much any kind of paper product. I do carry one in my car, and it has fundraiser forms and joining packets and hostess packets and extra catalogs. So that way, if I'm driving past someone doing a car wash, I will totally hand out like, oh my gosh, look at this. We do fundraisers too, and you don't even have to stand out here in the cold. This is horrible for you. You're going to get sick. So, I mean, it's just a way to keep your stuff neat and organized so you know where it is. Filing systems, you know, you want to group like with like, guys. So even as far as on your phone, if you're doing Facebook parties or you even just posting Pink Zebra in general, don't be afraid to make a new file on your photos and put, you know, certain photos under those files. You know, in our house, we have like a whole section with joining papers. We have hostess packet papers. We have 30-minute Facebook party stuff. We have our family stuff together. Same thing with emails. Don't be afraid to put files, because there's a button for that. Maybe for vendor events, any kind of vendor emails you get, you put right into that that file, or receipts, you know, because then it makes it a lot easier come tax time. Same thing on your computer, same thing on your desk files. You know, enjoy your workspace, guys. This is the big, like but I will show you my picture. Okay, so that is, that's Beth's desk, and that's her little work area, and she keeps everything that she needs for her. She has a scoop there so that she can make her samples. You know, looks cute, right? She's got a nice little sign there. Mine's a little busy. This bottom one's Beth's too, right here. I have a whiteboard for, you know, that I sort of just keep different lists on and just motivational things as well. So make sure that your is enjoyable for you. Follow-ups, guys. How do you keep your follow-ups organized? We have Zebra Reach, right? Zebra Reach is awesome. Give yourself a day. I don't care if you do 10-minute increments, 15-minute increments, give yourself an hour, meet up with a friend, and dissect Zebra Reach, okay? I have not done that yet, and I'm missing out on a lot. I know that. And again, that's on one of my 2017 goals for my business, is to really, really dive in and learn Zebra Reach a lot better. It's going to save you time. It's going to save you energy. It's going to get you more leads. It is a great resource. I just need to learn how to work it better. Make sure you have a calendar so you can do your schedule. Set an alarm. You know, if someone says, oh, can you call me back at 5 o'clock? Set an alarm for 5 o'clock and put their phone number in the alarm so that you can just look at it. Oh, and boom, and you're calling. Have desk bins, or, you know, if you're working towards promotions, I can't stress the maps enough, guys. Be organized. You know, get those printed for January. And if you haven't scheduled a meeting with me and you want to go over your promotion, your possible promotion, your team, your goals, your idea, let's do it. We have a lot of people on this team, and there are only so many hours in the day, but we will find somewhere to get in, you know, a 15 minute or half an hour phone call. Mentoring list, you know, maybe you have people who need coached in different ways. Make sure that you know your team and you know how to coach them. You know, I have someone who has blatantly said, like, don't tell me how good I'm doing. Tell me when I need my ass kicked. And I'm like, okay, write that down. She doesn't want to hear, oh my God, you're doing so great. You know, she wants to hear, what are you doing? Why haven't you booked any parties this month? And then you have other people that every little thing they do, they need praise for, and that's okay. I had to get over the fact that not everybody's like me. You know, my incentive was my paycheck. My incentive was my title. Like, that's what kept me going, was money. But not everybody's like that. And some people need that extra, you know, kick in the pants, or extra someone to pat them on the back, because maybe they're not getting that at home. Or maybe they don't have a really good support system, and you might be all that they have. So just keep that in mind when you're writing down and thinking about the people you're mentoring. Okay, so to end this, guys, successful people are organized people, all right? Do what they do. Focus on being productive, not busy, okay? Reward yourself for getting something finished, not just for working. I think one of my favorite things with Steve Wiltshire, he said, you know, don't just focus on the outcome, but enjoy the journey, right? How many people make a list and they'll say, my goal is to recruit 5 people this month. And then they recruit 2 and they're mad at themselves because they didn't recruit 5. And it's like, dude, you recruited 2 people. You should be really excited for yourself. Enjoy the fact that you who hates making follow-up phone calls made 15 phone calls today. Yeah, everybody said no, or they hung up, or they weren't there, but you did your part. You did what you said you were going to do. Reward yourself for that. Make SMART goals. Okay, take the leap. Log your progress. Plan. Strategize. It's your peak performance time, guys. So maybe getting up at the crack of dawn isn't. Bobby, you're not on here right now because you're working tonight, but you'll listen to this because you always do. She always makes time for Pink Zebra. Sometimes it's 3 o'clock in the morning. I'm not really sure when she sleeps because she works 3 jobs and she loves all 3 of them. So she's like, no, like I'm not working one to get rid of anything. Like I just love all 3 jobs. So she's another one. She signed up for Pink Zebra because she liked the product. And then we did a boot camp. She made it in the boot camp and came out of boot camp and was like, holy crap, like I could do this. This is awesome. And her team she's a rock star team that a lot of them are on this call right now. So yay. But 3 o'clock in the afternoon, that's not her prime time. Judging from Facebook posts, it looks like she's a 3 a.m.er. She likes to, burn her sprinkles while she's working her other job. And that's great. She's still spreading the sprinkle love. But find your peak performance time and go from there, guys. Organize your workspace before you start working. I have a sign up on my wall that says only touch it once. Okay, I should probably throw that sign away right now, but when things are clean and organized, if I have a pack of gum laying there, it's not supposed to go there. Instead of putting it in a pile, which I pile stuff up. I take the pack of gum and I put it where it belongs. I only touch it once. Successful people don't multitask, right? Can you believe that? So they're probably not watching One Tree Hill in the background while they're doing work. They are completely staying focused. They tackle the hardest thing first and they plan the night before. So don't be afraid to make your things to do list before you go to bed tonight or before you go to bed any night and then wake up fresh and get started on it. So your call to action right now, guys, right? I'm giving you a call to action. This is going to be your homework. We are not doing a call next week, okay? Your homework is to create a life wheel, all right? It's going to help you prioritize. I want you to write down, and I'm going to type all this up for you guys too because our numbers went down really fast. I can't wait to see all of these super organized people after the first of the year, and I'm going to assume that they're not going to call me to talk to me about all the stuff that I talked about on this call. Guys, I'm not gonna lie. There's only 3 of you left right now, so I'm gonna say it. It is so frustrating, when we put hours a month, sometimes hours a week into creating trainings, and then people will blatantly call and say, "I don't have time. Can you just do this for me?" Guess what? I don't have time either because I'm working as well. So please make sure that if you're having an issue, let's say you're working on a fundraiser, check the back office. Then check our training page, guys. We've done a training almost on everything you could possibly imagine. Click on Lindsay's fundraising training and watch it. And then if you're confused or you're stuck, then call one of us. We don't have a problem helping. We love helping. We really do. Because the more successful you are, the more successful the team is, the more successful Pink Zebra is in general, right? And that's what we want. We want Pink Zebra to keep growing and keep multiplying and getting crazy because it is getting crazy. But just keep in mind that, and I feel like people are at home going, oh my God, is she talking about me? Is she talking about me? I'm not. I'm just making a blanket statement, especially after talking to a whole bunch of EMs and higher over the weekend and just how some people out there they don't want to do any of the legwork. And that's very frustrating because we have to stop maybe doing what we were doing, like planning a training or like mentoring other people or whatever it might be, to find something that blatantly can be found on Zebra Reach. So again, I'm not being a jerk, guys. If you think I'm being a jerk, I'm sorry. I'm just telling you how it is. Okay? So, homework. Create your life wheel. What is your why? Why are you doing Pink Zebra? And I don't want to know what you think people want to hear as your why. Truly, why? What do you want to do with this money? What do you want to do with this position? What do you want to do with the product? Whatever it might be. What is your why? Once you figure out your why, you can plan your how. Maybe your why is to buy a brand new car. Okay, not, an SUV, so you pack all your kids in there, right? No, you want like a sports car. And you want it, and you're like, how am I going to get this? And you make your plan on how you can get what it is you want. And it might not be in the next couple months here. It might, who knows? But if you have a plan, then you can get there, right? Take your time. Start scheduling and get yourself into a routine. Maybe on Mondays you make samples. I like to make samples on days that start with an S. Sample Sunday, sample Saturday. Okay? Just how I work. Start scheduling, get into that routine. Make your list the night before, guys, right? And then last one, and most importantly, kick butt and repeat, right? So there are some files in Paisley Freedom. We are coming up at the end of the year here. There is a list back there that says, I'm not an accountant, but this is what mine told me. That is a list of things that I give to my accountant to write off, whatever it might be. So definitely check back there. You should be checking the files often. Guys, don't be afraid to post pictures. If you're going to post a picture, I did create a folder, an album, for events. So please feel free to upload any pictures of your events just so that we can see it, right? I mean, that's one of my new favorite pages. And I love seeing all the different ways that people can make a 6-foot table or a round table or a 10 by 10 space their own, pretty much. It's amazing how different we all are. It's great. I like seeing how we can, definitely thinking, oh my God, I can steal that from somebody. That looks awesome. So the longer we talk, the stuffier I get. Sorry about that. Check the files, check the photos, check the trainings in the back, check ZebraNet. Right? I mean, you guys should be checking that every day. Once you start building your team, you will obsessively check it, like every hour or couple minutes, whatever. If you haven't downloaded the app, it is included in your monthly fee. So make sure that you get the app. There are directions on how to get that app in the back office. It does have a sweet wheel on there that tells you like how close you are to your goal and your next step. It shows you, I think sometimes it's just a little bit earlier, but if you click on reports and financials, it shows you what your paycheck is a little bit earlier. Maybe just like a day or two, but is that it? Excuse me. That's it, guys. That is, just getting your business organized. We have January coming up, and, January is what it is. Sometimes it's slow, sometimes it's not. We did a call on how to make your January success last week. Hopefully you watched it. Hopefully you are following some of those things. But January is also a great time, out with the old, in with the new, right? So use January to get rid of your garbage, okay? Clean out your desk. Clean out your sprinkles, maybe. Clean out, get organized, whatever it is. Use January January can be a good stepping stone for really building your business and getting yourself on track. So that's it, guys. Do we have any questions? And again, questions can be anything. It doesn't have to be pertaining to this particular topic. I know there is a little bit of a delay, so I'm going to give it a couple minutes to see if anybody has any questions. I put my straw in the wrong way. I got to fix that. Oh, now I got my thing all wet. Any questions? Oh my gosh, I can't breathe. No. I'm trying to stay hydrated because I'm still struggling. Just want you guys to know. I woke up drunk on Sunday. I have not done that in a very, very... Okay, well, I may or may not have done that. No, I didn't even do that on the incentive trip, because I went to bed early because I drank too much. And, you know, like, it didn't really hit you at the party because everybody was like, it was like a freaking rave, man. Like, people, they had an amazing DJ and they had TV screens all over the place that were playing a video, and he was playing some great music. Like, he played Naughty by Nature OPP. I'm pretty sure he played Crisscross. Like, he was playing some old school. Oh, that's horrible that I can say that was old school now. Yeah. He was playing some older stuff, for, I guess, the old heads there. I guess we might be one of those. But it was so much fun, and there was so much dancing, and so much positive energy, and just like hugs and high fives, and it was awesome. So I hope you guys all look at that as possibly one of your goals, or one of your whys, is to eventually go on that trip. I mean, it is out of pocket. It is also a tax write-off, so keep that in mind too, guys. You know, you're keeping all your receipts, you're keeping your mileage, things like that. So, yeah. Also heard that several of our lady friends on other teams, they write off their nails, get their nails done fairly often, and they always do something work-related. So they might put zebra stripes on one. Someone had Easy Peasy on one of her nails, and her accountant says that she can write that up because that's advertising. So there are a lot of things that you can write off. Someone else told me that you can write off getting your hair done, especially if you run team meetings or team trainings or team rallies, whatever it may be, or you do home parties, or you go live because you are representing your business. So might want to talk to your accountant about some of those things. Some of the things I was hearing, I was like, oh, is that right? Because it makes me nervous. But if nothing else, like I said, the sheet that I have in the back office, or not in the back office, on Paisley Freedom, that's what I take to our accountant. That's what's, you know, gotten us some of the highest tax returns we had even before we quit teaching. Well, before I quit teaching. So something to think about. But all right, guys, I don't see anybody with questions, so we're going to end it. Thank you. I did go through that really fast. I will type up homework assignment, and, you know, get anything special. Maybe, I don't know, we might. Maybe I will give something away. I just have to see what I have. I'll have to check, see how much money I have in the back office because you can have money set aside. So I do that. Maybe we'll do like $25 or something for, we'll do a drawing. Yeah, I think we're going to do a drawing. Let me just double check right now. What I have in my e-wallet. Oh, yeah, we're going to do a drawing. Anybody who does the homework assignment that I'm going to post, they will get entered into, what do we want to do? You know what? It's going to be Christmas. Let's do $50. $50 for homework assignment. So I will post homework shortly, and I will talk to you guys later. See ya.